What is going on, guys? My name is Harry and welcome back to another FIFA 19 video. Today I'm going to be bringing you a very requested video. It is going to be my custom tactics for FIFA 19. Obviously custom tactics play a really big part in this game, and if you have a really good set of custom tactics, it is going to give you the edge over an opponent. Now I've taken a lot of pro players' custom tactics and merged them into one big group of what I think are very good custom tactics. They work very well for my game style, and if they don't really work for you, just use them as a base and then change it slightly depending on the way you like to play. This is my team at the moment. I start in the 4-3-2-1 formation usually just to get chemistry for every player. Obviously Hazard is playing on 7 chemistry at the moment, but as soon as the rewards come out I'm going to be swapping him and Sane around and replacing Sane with Aubameyang. So guys, let's get right into it. Now, I don't pause the game and switch formations at the start. I just use the defensive game plan. As you can see here, I move it into the 4-2-3-1 formation and it looks like this in game. Move Sane up to striker, Hazard and Willian as the wide cams, Dembele and Fabinho as the 2 CDMs, Dele Alli in the middle running the show. He's an absolute machine in that central cam position, and then obviously the defense stays the same. Now instructions, I'll go over those quickly before the game plan. As you can see here, the striker is on getting behind and stay forward. I have Dele Alli to stay forward as well, and the wide cams just stay on their default settings. The 2 CDMs are on stay back while attacking, and so are the 2 fullbacks. So for my tactics, I have a balanced defensive style, 4 width and 4 depth. Now at the start of the game, I don't like being too aggressive in the defending. I like to stay back, be quite passive, and try and win the ball, hit them on the counter attack. I have quite a low depth, which means I sit quite deep, but obviously it's not too low to the point where my counter attacks won't be effective. I have quite a low width as well, although it's not too low, which means if I do need to combat a crossing style player, I can use my fullbacks to cover him, and then obviously just use the centre backs in the middle to win the headers. For the offensive side of things, I have fast build up play, 5 width, 5 players in the box, 4 for corners and 2 for free kicks. Like I said, I am quite a counter-attacking player, hence why I have fast build-up play. I do have long ball as well that I could put on, but I do prefer the fast build-up play as I like to make a lot of short passes instead of just hoofing it up to a fast winger or striker. For the width, I like to keep it balanced just so it gives me a nice balance of playing it narrow or playing it wide to my attacking midfielders and getting a cross in. For players in the box, I do have 5. This is once again quite balanced, so it means I have a couple of players in the box, but I'm also able to drop back quickly if I do lose out on the aerial duel in the box. Corners, I have 4. I like to overload the corners as much as I can and get the best chance of scoring possible. Corners are very useful in this game for scoring goals, hence why I have 4 on here. And I think as well, the more players they have back defending, the less likely it is that they're going to be able to hoof it up to a fast striker and hit you on a counter attack. Free kicks aren't really important, hence why I've got them on 2. I normally just go short anyway, I'm never really crossing it into the box, and it also means I've got a lot of players back if I do get counter-attacked. Now we'll go on to our ultra defensive style. This is for when I want to see out a game. We're going to start in the 5-4-1 formation, have as many players behind the ball as possible. I move Fabinho into the middle centre-back slot. I feel that he plays very well there. He's a little bit further ahead than the other 2 centre-backs as well, more as a sweeper or CDM position more than a centre-back. Then I just have a base midfield with our striker all the way at the top. For the instructions, I have Sane on stay forward and target man. I have our 2 centre mids on stay back while attacking and cover centre. I have both the wingers on comeback on defence as well, as you can see here, and also everyone in the back line is going to be on stay back while attacking. For the tactics on defence, I like to have pressure on heavy touch, a 5 width and a 3 depth. For the width, I like to have it a little bit higher for this just because I have that extra defender, meaning I'll be able to cover the centre and the wide areas a lot better. For the depth, I have 3. I like to sit back as far as I can and just not let them score at all. Pressure on the heavy touch is just so I can regain the ball and hopefully hoof it up the pitch to Sane just to clear the danger completely. As you can see here as well, our offensive style plays into that as well. We have a long ball offensive style, which means we can just get the ball straight up the pitch, away from any danger and straight to Sane or one of our fast wingers. I like to play a bit of a medium width just so I'm very compact in the middle, but I also have options wide just so I can spread the ball and keep possession. Players in the box I have 2, corners I have 1 and free kicks I have 1, all for the simple fact that I'm not really looking to score when I'm playing this custom tactic. I'm really just looking to seal out a win. Moving on to attacking now, if I'm starting to lose or I'm getting dominated, this is what I put on. As you can see here, it's the 4-2-3-1 formation again. Everyone stays in the exact same positions. For For the instructions, I've got Sane on get in behind and stay forward, Dele Alli on stay forward again, both the wide cams on stay forward as you can see here. For the CDMs, I like to get the more attacking one to go forward and keep Fabinho back. This means that I have something to offer in the defense, but I'm also adding an extra attacker into the equation as well. For the fullbacks, I have them on balanced attack, so I have another option going wide and they can overlap from the wide cams. And obviously the two centre backs are on stay back while attacking. For the defensive style, I have press after possession loss, I have a 6 width and a 7 depth. Like I said, this is for when I'm losing a game or I'm getting beaten in the midfield, so I like to just press as high and as hard as I can, win the ball back and hit them on the attack. I have quite a high depth just so I push up further up the pitch, and obviously press after possession loss is to make sure I win the ball back as quick as possible, and I can use our offensive style to hit them on the break. Fast build up play once again just because that's my preferred offensive style. We go with 7 width, 7 for players in the box and 4 for corners and free kicks. Obviously corners hasn't really changed, but free kicks has a little bit just because it gives me another option. If I do want to cross it into a Van Dijk or something like that, it does give me an aerial threat in the box. Players in the box just so I can run it down the line if I need to, whip it in, hopefully get someone back post like Sane to get the header in. And width once again just gives me an extra option outside. I'm already pressing very high up, so I've got a lot of players in that midfield, and I feel like it just adds another dimension to my attack. Moving on to our last custom tactic, it is going to be ultra attacking. Obviously this is the be all and end all, this is where I go if I need to score a goal very quickly. I do actually switch the formation to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I feel like this formation is very direct and I can get in behind very easily with 2 fast strikers up top. I move Hazard up to the striker with Sane, Dele Alli obviously stays as the cam, Fabinho is the more defensive of my CDM, so he drops back into the middle centre mid position. I have Dembele on the left because he's left footed, and Willian on the right. Now Willian is a bit questionable, but he does have high work rates, and I feel that he plays very well as a centre mid when I need him to. It also gives me a very skillful player with 4-star skill moves in the middle of the park, so I can transition the defence into attack very easily. For the instructions, as you can see here, I have get in behind and stay forward for both of my strikers. Dele Alli is on stay forward, both the centre mids are just on the default settings, I leave them exactly how they are. Fabinho in the CDM position is on stay back while attacking and cover centre, and then both of my fullbacks are on join the attack. For the tactics, I have constant pressure. Once again, this is the be all and end all, just pushing as high up the pitch as I can to win the ball back and attack very quickly. This is a very narrow formation, so I try and keep it as narrow as possible. This is not a formation that I'm looking to get down the wings with, it's just going straight to the strikers and getting a last ditch goal. The depth is as high up as it can possibly be. This is when I've already conceded goals. I'm just looking to get, just a couple of goals back to help me to seal out the game and just equalise the score. And I feel that these defensive tactics work very well for that. I use fast build up play as per usual, a 5 width, a 9 players in the box and a 3 on corners and free kicks. Just like the defensive style, I do leave the width as it is just because it's a very narrow formation anyway, and I like to play compact and through the middle. Players in the box, I like to have as many as I can. As you can see here, there's going to be 5 players getting into the box if I do get into a wide position with one of the fullbacks. Corners and free kicks, however, I have actually decreased since the attacking style. This is just because it's very easy to get hit on the counter attack from these when you're doing constant pressure and you have a 10 depth. Hopefully this video has helped you out and you'll be able to get better results in the weekend league. If you have enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button down below and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. That's going to be it for me today guys. My name's been Harry and goodbye.